Hello, my dear friends. I'm sorry if you can hear that. My computer is breathing. It is uploading some content that I just got done shooting. I just got done shooting my Quince video. I owe you guys a tremendous apology. I do. I am so sorry that I have not vlogged in forever. It has been more than a hot minute since I have posted a vlog. As a matter of fact, I didn't post a video at all last week. I was traveling. I went to Los Angeles for the YouTube shopping event for the holidays. It was so much fun. I got to meet so many wonderful ladies and people in general that some of them I saw last year that were there again this year. It was nice to see them again. Some are new people that I hadn't met yet. I got to hang out with Valerie from Midlife Posh Closet, with Serena from Style with Serena. I also got to see Kay from Dressed with My Date with Kay Harms. I got to meet Lori. She's a travel expert. Oh, and I got to meet Anna Reed, which that was awesome because I love Anna. I've watched her channel for a couple of years now, and I really, really enjoy her content. But anyway, yeah, it was a fun trip. It was very informational. It was crazy because I had so much stuff that they gave us in our goodie bag. Like, it was crazy. I had to ship some of it. I haven't received it yet. We had a UPS store near the hotel that we were staying at. And so I went and I shipped a few things that they gave us that just weren't going to fit in the suitcase, or I thought were going to make the suitcase heavy. Ended up, my suitcase was 44 pounds. So I had room for more, but I just didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to risk having to unpack publicly at the airport. So it was a lovely trip. It was a nice trip. The hotel was really, really nice. Now, why haven't I been uploading? Well, I haven't been uploading because I have been very, very stressed out. We actually had a little bit of a health scare. It's surrounding Angie, and I'm not going to get into the details of it because, I don't want to violate her privacy. If she wants to share, she can, but I'm not going to. I will say that it was a big scare. It was a very big scare for the both of us, and we were on pins and needles for the last 3 weeks. And in all honesty, I cannot smile and pretend like nothing is wrong on camera. And I was just too nervous, too tense. The energy was really weird. I don't know if you noticed it. I did when I was editing my videos, but the last couple of videos that I posted prior to this week, my energy, I just felt was really off. It was really weird. And I was just not feeling like I wanted to shoot because I was so worried. And I'm one of those types of people who I suffer from anxiety, and I catastrophize a lot, and I just couldn't get my mind out of fearing the worst, and it was really affecting my energy. And I didn't want to post a vlog and pretend like everything was okay when everything was not okay with me. Everything turned out much better than expected, though. After a lot of different tests and going to the doctors and doing this and that, we got good news. It was just a scare, definitely eye-opening. It turned out well. Everybody's healthy. Thank God. Thank God. We found out the day before LA, and I got to go on my trip with peace of mind. Yeah. So I'm really, really grateful for that. I am very, very grateful for that. So that's the biggest reason why I didn't post, other than the fact that I have been a little bit busy and all of that. So one of the things that came out, though, of our little health scare, and that was something that Angie and I talked about, is we need to really get the diet back on track. and fasting and all of that. Even though I am on the GLP-1 still, by the way, I owe you an update for that. So I guess I can give you a quick update on my GLP-1. I've been taking it now almost for 2 months. Yeah, I'm just a few days shy of 2 months of being on my GLP-1. I have titrated up to the next dosage level, which I went from 25 units. Don't ask me how many milligrams or cc's or whatever. I don't know. I went from 25 units to 50. So essentially I doubled my dose. It has been interesting because the first dose that I got, the initial dose, I didn't really have a lot of side effects. There's no constipation or anything like that. I mean, there was a little bit. I have to manage that. I do have my Grunes, and I don't have them with me because I already ate them for the day, but I'll show you, I'm sure, throughout this journey. I have my Grunes with some water every day before I have my coffee, usually. And as long as I keep my water intake, I don't suffer from constipation. And I attribute that mostly to the Grunes. They're really, really good with GLP-1. If you are on a GLP-1 and you're looking for something that is good for you and that will keep you regular, then Grunes are definitely the way to go. I've posted about them on my Instagram. I love them. So I haven't been contending with constipation a lot. The what I did notice is the first week that I was on the GLP-1, I felt really, really full. Since titrating up to the next dosage level, I also feel really, really full. Now, last week was the first week of my titrating up, and oh my gosh, it was misery. I felt very, very full all the time, and it made me feel a little bit sick. Still no constipation. Maybe with this titration up, a little bit of nausea, just a little bit, not a lot. If I overeat, if I eat too much, then I start to feel really kind of gross. I start to feel very nauseous. How much weight have I lost? I have lost 19 pounds, which is amazing. I am very, very grateful for that. I am 11 pounds shy of Wonderland, or I should say 12 pounds shy of Wonderland, which, if you know, you know. And if you don't know, Wonderland just means getting into the 100s. I haven't been in Wonderland since just before my wedding. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I haven't been at this weight. I'm at like 211 right now. I haven't been at this weight in years, even before the pandemic. So I'm pretty happy about that. My working out hasn't been as consistent as I would like it to be. I'm just not making it as much of a priority. And that's one of the things that Angie and I talked about with this health scare that we just went through, is we really need to become more physically active because we want to maintain our vitality. We want to be sure that we are staying as mobile and as strong as we possibly can. Especially for me, I've got to focus on strength training because one of the things that happens with rapid weight loss, which is where I am right now, is you lose muscle. We also have to focus on the diet. I have been in the last week or two really trying hard to prioritize protein because I've noticed that I am losing a little bit of hair. And that, again, is not the medication. It's the rapid weight loss that causes the hair loss, the lack of protein. So I have been trying really hard to get protein in, but it is really, really challenging to do that when you're not hungry. Right now, the thought of taking in any more food, because I had lunch, the thought of eating more just makes me want to hurt. I mean, it's just, I'm just so full. I have no appetite. So that makes it challenging. I have gotten some protein powders and I've got some milk that's high in protein. So I think I'm going to focus on that. I haven't been really managing my carbs very well, although I don't eat a lot of sweets anymore. I have no craving for sweets, or very little craving for sweets. Towards the end of the week, when the medication's wearing off, then I start to feel a little bit of craving. But otherwise, I really don't have any cravings for sweets. I have had alcohol while I'm on the drug, and it made me feel really bad. So I don't know that that's going to happen all that often anymore either. What else can I share? The appetite suppression has been really strong, as has the reduction in food noise. I can turn away candy. I can turn away carbs, breads, pastas, things like that. I can walk away from them without without really thinking about it. And I like that. I really, really like that. But I do need to focus on fasting because I still want to fast while I am taking the GLP-1. Just making sure that I get everything that I need in the eating window that I have. So not like long fast, it's more like time restricted eating. So, trying to go 16-8, so 16 hours, no eating, 8 hours eating, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. It would be super easy for me to do a 24-hour fast right now. I'm not going to lie. Really easy for me to go for an entire day without eating. And honestly, I kind of feel like I could use that kind of fast right now because I am so full all the time, and it would be nice to give my body a break, to give my gut a break and let it process everything that's in there before I give it more. But then there's the protein intake that I have to manage. So I don't know. I may talk to the nutritionist that I have. By the way, I did get a few questions from you guys. I didn't get a lot, but I got a lot of the same questions. First of all, side effects. I've talked about that. Not a whole lot right now. I am experiencing a little bit of hair loss, like I said, and I am always full and not really any constipation or diarrhea or anything like that. As long as I stay on top of my fluid intake and taking my supplements, my Grunes. Where am I getting my medication from? Is it compounded? Yes, it is a compound medication. I am going through Mochi Health. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I mean, they're not sponsoring me. They were on my short list of 3. I was looking at Weight Watchers, I was looking at Mochi Health, and I was looking at Noom. And I felt that Mochi Health was the best fit for me. So that's where I went. I order my medication. I've got a provider there, and I also have access to a nutritionist, so I can leverage that to talk about fasting. I think right now, really what they would like me to do is focus on just making sure that I'm getting enough protein, but I don't know. I'm feeling like a good long fast, like a 24-hour fast would not hurt me right now. It would actually do me some good. But anyway, that is it. I mean, I am really happy about taking the medication. And by the way, thank you everyone so much for your support on my video about quitting plus size fashion. I didn't realize that there were so many of you out there who are on the same journey as I am. I just assumed that my viewers were plus size, but there's a lot of viewers out there who are on a GLP-1 and have lost weight or are in the process of losing weight. And then there are people out there who aren't plus size and they just like watching me for my style tips and everything, which I find really, really flattering. And I'm so pleased that I could be of help in that way. But yeah, I didn't realize that. And so it came as a surprise to me when I saw the comments coming in on that video. But I'm really, really happy. I'm very, very happy that I am surrounded by such a lovely, wonderful, beautiful community of people who just, they appreciate what I do. You guys appreciate what I do, and I'm so happy. And you guys are my tried and true. Those of you that watch my vlogs, y'all are my crew. Y'all are my homies. I know that you're here and you care, about more than just the fashion, and I think that's awesome. But anyway, thank you so much for all your outpouring. I so appreciate it. Oh, another question that I got from you guys was about extra skin. Am I going to remove it? No, I'm not. I don't like doing unnecessary surgeries. I'm very, very afraid of surgery. I don't like being put completely under. I always worry that I'm not going to wake up. I avoid any kind of surgeries or procedures that will require me to go completely under, unless I absolutely have to, like when they had to take out my appendix or when I had to have my gallbladder removed, that kind of thing where I had to be under. Okay, yeah, but I feel that skin removal and plastic surgeries are unnecessary. And that's just my own personal opinion. If you want to do that and have chosen to do that, awesome. I am very happy for you and I wish you the best of luck. But for me personally, I just don't want to. I don't want to go under. I just have this fear. And so I would rather just not. Now, am I going to seek alternative methods? You bet. I am going to seek alternative methods. Any kind of procedures that don't require me to go under completely, don't require general anesthesia or any procedures that are non-invasive. So I did see an ad for Sonobello, I think is what it's called. It's the cold treatment that they use for like fat removal. And I saw an ad about skin removal or skin, augmentation. I don't know. just getting rid of loose skin, or at least minimizing or tightening up the loose skin. I don't know. I haven't done any research on it yet, but I did see an ad, and when the time comes, I'm going to look into that and possibly do that, where it is less invasive. They don't require me to be under general anesthesia, as far as I know. So there is that particular procedure that I am considering, but again, not going to worry about it until the time comes. So yeah, that's it. That's all that I have for you at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to take a look at the footage that I have and start putting it together, and I will check in with you guys again a little bit later. I still am not sure what I am doing about dinner. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to make pasta or something. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go now. Bye. Hello, my friends. So today is Thursday, and I thought that I would open up with my hair. I'm doing my hair. I'm actually going to be trying something new. I got this at the YouTube shop event. This is the Shark Glossi hair tool. It was gifted at the YouTube event, and I'm always down for trying out a new hair dryer brush. The only difference with this one from the others that I've used, because I have this guy here. I've got the T3 styling brush, and I had the Revlon one, but I didn't like it because I felt like it was burning my hair. But I have the T3, but I still struggle with frizz. And this tool is supposed to help make the hair glossy. Now I have dry, coarse hair, and it's long. And so, anytime I dry my hair with a hair dryer, anytime I try and do a blowout, it never works out. It's kind of puffy, it's kind of frizzy, and this is supposed to help eliminate that because it's got ceramic plates. We've got two different settings or modes. We've got a wet mode and a dry mode. And so the wet mode is supposed to do like a blowout, it dries your hair and all of that stuff. And then the dry mode is primarily for this section here, and it's supposed to work kind of as a hair tool. At least that's what I've been able to tell. But I wanted to give it a try, so we are going to try it. I have watched some tutorials, and those gals had hair about my length or longer, and they claimed that they got their hair done in 10 minutes, which, if that's the case, I'm going to be thoroughly impressed, because 20 minutes is the minimum for my hair that I've ever been able to get it down to. I have not put any heat protectant in today. I'm going to be using the Kerastase Discipline Fluidissimi. It's an anti-frizz kind of spray that I put on my hair. It's supposed to help with heat, and it also will help my hair to dry faster, which that's true because I've used this with the T3 and I've used it with the Dyson, and yes, my hair does dry a little bit faster with this stuff in it. But it's really super nice. I like it. Actually, my hair is feeling a little bit on the dry side, so I think I'm going to add a little bit of leave-in conditioner. I've been using the Fenty Hair, the Water Boy, and I really like it. It's quite good at just adding a little bit of extra moisture. For my shampoo and conditioner, I use Kerastase. I really like Kerastase. But now I'm gonna just comb this all through my hair. I'm actually shooting content today, and I am running really, really late because I had a meeting today that ran for an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. And so then I had to get up. I did a little bit of admin, then I had to get up and put on my makeup, and it is 12:20 and I have not even steamed my Walmart stuff yet. So it's a busy day for me today. All right, so I'm going to section my hair like I always do. What did I do with my hair clip? Hang on, I need to go grab my hair clip. Okay, I have my hair clip, and I'm going to just section off my hair like I do. Now, you're supposed to have your hair mostly dry, but I do not have time to wait for my hair to be mostly dry, and so I'm just gonna go in. Now, let's see what we have here. And I'm gonna use it on the hottest setting. Just section off the hair. And of course, anytime you do a blowout, you want to twist and pull. I have it on the lowest blow, the lowest air flow, because I just don't want my hair blowing around everywhere. By the way, what time is it? Okay, 12:23. Okay. Ow, it's hot. Turn the heat setting down a little bit. Wow, I'm impressed, guys. I am impressed because my hair is so smooth. My hair's never this smooth with a hairdryer with one of these brushes. Wow, so far so good. I really like it. It's really nice. I do have a little bit of frizz up here at the roots, but I'm going to use this in dry mode as well so that I can show you, because this is supposed to be like a 2-in-1. You've got the brush, the hair dryer brush thing, and then you got this that's supposed to be like a smoother. It's like a hair tool. So, yeah, let's move on to the next side. All right. Now with this side, I always struggle. Just because I'm right-handed and it's easier to do this side, but we're gonna try it. Okay, so that's the back of my hair, and I have to say that I am pretty impressed so far. I really like the way my hair is feeling. It's a little bit frizzier on this side, but just because I can't get the tightness on this side like I can with the other. Now I'm gonna move to the top of the head. You guys have always asked me how I do my hair. Well, I'm always trying new things. I'm always trying new hair tools, and I'm not very good at hair tutorials, obviously. You guys are getting a treat here. Wow, that dried so fast, and look at that. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm liking it. So the top dried really, really fast. Very fast. Okay, so now as you can see, my hair's a little bit puffy at the roots, which is normal, but what I will say is that my hair is a lot sleeker with just the blowout function with this than it is even for the T3. My hair would be puffy all throughout, and here, really the puffiness is only right up here. Okay, so now we're gonna use this in dry mode. It's got the 2 different modes. And the dry mode is intended for this. I don't think there's going to be any air blowing. I think it's going to be quiet, and it's got a little blinking light here. And once that stops blinking, that tells me that it's ready. So now I'm going to go through and just smooth and shape. Wow. Whoa. You see that? Okay, I have to start it on this side. Wow. Okay. So let's see. It's a little. Put it this way. See that? Oh, game changer. Game changer. Oh my goodness. Because now I can go through and smooth out the hair. And also shape it. Look at that. This is so exciting, guys. Okay. Yep. Loving it. Loving it. Look at that. And I can get some curl. This is mostly going to give me that blowout look, which I love. I love it when I get a blowout. I can never, ever mimic that, ever. And now I can. Wow. Okay, let's work on the back a little bit. Whoa, oh, 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 I love it. Oh yeah. Okay. And then we're gonna go through and just smooth the underside. No words. No words. I love. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Amazing. This tool is good if you want to get that blown out look. If you want a curlier look, I guess you can twist and twist and twist and, you know, do the twisting thing all the way down. But for me personally, I just wanted to try it for the blowout. Let's see, what time is it? 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes. No matter what, my hair always takes 20 minutes. I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. I have coarse, dry hair, and this is so good. I love it. Highly recommend. If you're looking for a Christmas gift, this is going to go on my gift guide. This is going in my holiday gift guides. Just after one use, I absolutely love how my hair turned out all the way around. Am I going to add a little bit of oil? Yes, I'm going to, because my length, the ends are dry. So yes, I'm going to be adding some oil. The oil that I've really been liking these days is this one by Isima, and it's called Delicia. Isima, this is a reparative hair oil. This is from, what's her name? Shakira. Shakira released her own hairline, and they sent this to me in PR, and I really like this hair oil. It's actually quite good, and it smells nice, and it leaves your hair smelling really nice, like for the entire week. So I'm going to put a little bit of the hair oil through my hair just to moisturize and nourish. I used 2 pumps. I probably should have just only used 1, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, well, there you have it. Yes, I think I need to get rid of some of my hair tools because this, guys, this is so good. This is so good. I am just, wow. Yep. Highly recommend. It will be linked. It is available through YouTube affiliate. So I really love it. I really love it. And I'm gonna keep using it because I don't always like to wear my hair like it's curly, you know, and curled. Sometimes I like to give it a blowout, and this is it. And actually, a lot of times, if I could get a blowout from my stylist once a week, I would, but now I don't even have to do that. I don't even have to. She's expensive, so that's why I didn't. I thought about it. I contemplated going to have her do a blowout on my hair weekly, but now I don't need it. And I just absolutely, I love my hair. It is, wow. Yeah. Ooh, so excited. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I got to get dressed. I got to get my Walmart stuff steamed and ready to go so that I can have this video up by Friday. I'm trying really hard to stick to schedule because I haven't, and I need to. So, all right, I will chat with you again once I'm done shooting. Hello there. What is going on? Are we waiting on something? Are we waiting on something? Yeah? What's the right thing to do, my love? What is the right thing to do? Is it coffee chats with Coco? Are we doing coffee chats with Coco Bean? No? You're so adorable. You're totally adorable. You know you're beautiful. Look at that. I just love it when you sit like that, Mamacita. Yeah, you're so cute. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. It's like you're waiting on something. Yeah. You're so cute. And then we have Angie working on Legos in her Frenchie PJs.
Oh, yes. That's Daisy.
And Mando.
No, this is just Daisy.
No, it's got Mando on there too.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Mando.
Yeah.
There he is.
These were a Christmas gift from my sister to Angie of her Frenchies. My sister's Frenchies.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing tea time in a little bit?
In a little while, yes.
Okay. All right.
Right now I have a lap full of Legos.
Okay. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's been a couple of days, I think, since I picked up the camera, but I was so busy because I had to get videos up. I'm trying really hard to get consistent again. Let me set you guys down. It has been a busy week, as always, but I really wanted to focus on becoming more consistent with my YouTube posting since I hadn't been posting consistently in a couple of weeks, just because everything that's been going on with health issues and whatnot. But everything has settled down, thankfully, and I was able to really focus on work this week, which I'm really, really happy for. Able to give some focus to the vlog. The last time I talked to you, I was using the Chore Glossi tool, which I absolutely love. I don't have my hair down. Let me bring my hair down. It's a little bit of a mess just because it's Saturday and I have no makeup today, but I really do love the way my hair looks. It really is like getting a salon blowout without having to go to the salon. And so I highly recommend that tool. It is a game changer, especially if you have got coarse curly hair like I do. I don't like wearing my hair, curly. That's just not my style. I prefer my hair straightened and, whatever. But I really, really like that tool. So it makes for an excellent Christmas gift, which, speaking of gifts, by the time this vlog is published, I will have started transitioning out my collections in my YouTube shop. So if you go to the homepage, my channel page, and you look up at the top, you're going to get like home videos, shorts, posts, shop. If you click on shop, there's going to be gift guides in there. I'm transitioning everything out and creating nothing but gift guides based off of things that I really like, things that I received at the YouTube event that I think will make really good gifts. No, I have not hauled that yet. I'm going to show it to you throughout. In yesterday's Walmart video, I was styling a Madewell suede bag that I got as part of that. The Shark Glossi, it was also a part of that. The Sashu lip liner thing, or lip stain, I think is what it's called, is a part of that, which, by the way, I owe you a demonstration of that. I'm still learning it. I didn't really like the color of the one that I had. I'm going to try the other one that I got. It is a red. So we'll see what that looks like. I felt that it was too dark. If they had given me something that's closer to nude, I would have been much happier, I think, with that, because that's primarily the color that I wear. I don't do bold lips so much anymore. I prefer doing a nude lip. But anyway, that's the grandfather clock that we got. It is telling us the 3/4 hour. Yeah, so I owe you a demo on that. Since it's Saturday and we didn't go to the mall, we're not doing anything with the family, I wanted to take some time to catch up on things like doing the dishes. So I'm going to bring you along for dishes. I also want to make some granola because I'm out. And since getting on the GLP-1, on the tirzepatide, I have been a fiend for yogurt, but I have to have my yogurt with granola. I can't not have granola. I have to have granola. So I am going to make some granola because I'm out, and I would prefer to make my granola versus buy it already made because I'm controlling the ingredients. I have a bunch of dates that I need to use up, and also some cranberries, some dried cranberries. So I'm going to make a date and cranberry pecan granola, and I think I'm going to put some pumpkin seeds in it as well, because I've got like this much left in a bag of pumpkin seeds, and so I figured I might as well just use it for the granola. So we're going to be doing granola, but first I'm going to wash dishes. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on some YouTube, pop in my headphones, and get to work on getting some dishes done. By the way, this is a cashmere t-shirt from Quince, and it's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. We've gotten to cozy season. It's time to start wearing the cashmere, which that's why I'm wearing it. And then the jeans, my tried and true, which I need to probably get another pair of these barrel jeans from J. Crew Factory that I absolutely love. They are like my go-to for casual attire. What? I see you looking. What's going on?
You haven't worn jeans in years, and it makes me happy to see you wearing jeans.
Well, I finally found a pair that I can wear that are comfortable. So I'm starting to explore jeans more. I think that the surgery scars were a thing, but also maybe the fact that I was a little bit heavier and it was harder to wear jeans at the size that I was at. I don't know. But it really legitimately would hurt my scars. And now that I've dropped a few pounds, that's not the case anymore. So I'm really happy to be back in jeans. So I'm starting to explore more and more jeans as time progresses. By the way, I did take my GLP-1 shot. I started taking them on Sundays, but I switched to Saturdays just because I felt that that was better. I have not weighed in this week. I will let you know next week where I am at. But I haven't weighed in, so I don't know if I've lost anything. I haven't been working out. I have been managing the food because I did start getting sulfur burps, and I think it was because I was eating too much food. And what happens with the GLP-1, if you're not familiar, the food takes longer to empty the stomach and to digest. That's what gives you that full feeling. And I think I was eating too much. And so I started experiencing sulfur burps, which I have not had that. I do burp a lot on this medication, but the sulfur burps were new. That's something new that started happening. So I think it was because I was eating too much. So I've reduced my portion sizes again, because when I first started, I was managing the portion sizes. And then over time, I lost management of that. So now I am managing my portion sizes again and how much I'm actually consuming. Trying to stay protein forward, of course, but that can be a little bit challenging in itself. But anyway, the sulfur burps have reduced. I haven't had them in a couple of days, so that's kind of, I think, what happened there. But otherwise, I've been pretty good on the medication, and I took my shot today, and I'm expecting more medication in the next few days. I ordered another prescription, but I'm staying at the same dosage level. I am staying at the 60 units, or what is the milligram dose? It is 4.25 milligrams is what I am currently on. And so I'm sticking with that for the time being because it seems to be working. I don't feel like I need to increase. The food noise has been up and down in the sense that towards the end of the week, I start to get food noise again, and I start to crave things, and I start to think, ooh, I should have that. And like, ooh, I really want a bunch of those, like in sweets and things like that. But then I take my shot and it goes away, and it lasts through about Thursday-ish time frame. And Friday is a day where, at least this past week, yesterday was Friday, and I did notice that I was like craving something. I didn't do it, but I thought about going into the pantry and mulling around in there to see if there was anything for me to snack on. And so to me, that's food noise. But that has now gone away now that I've shot myself, now that I've taken my shot. And so anyway, that's where I'm at. I need to drink water. I had this up in my office, Cloffice, I should say, an element packet. This is watermelon salt. And I think I'm going to go ahead and make myself some fresh water. I drank my water with my Grunes when I took them this morning, I need to place an order for more Grunes, I think. I don't know. I'll ask my sister because she's the one that's been supplying me with the Grunes. She orders them for me, and I need to see if she is still doing that. If not, then I need to get some for myself. So anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. I'm going to get started on the dishes, and I will come back to you after the dishes are done so that I have a nice clean kitchen to work on making some granola, which I'm so excited for because that means that I'm going to have yogurt for lunch after the granola has cooled off, which is going to be in about an hour or two. So anyway, I'm going to go. Let's go wash dishes. All right, my friends, I am doing the granola as a voiceover because Angie is playing video games in the background and I don't want to have you guys hear her cursing out her video game. So I figured a voiceover would be better. All right, so I am starting out with 4 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats. These are so good. They're nice and meaty and chunky and they just taste delicious. And so I end up using the entire bag, which I'm glad because it's been sitting in my pantry. It feels like forever. But anyway, got rid of one ingredient. And then I am bringing in some pumpkin seeds because they are so good. And these are slightly salted, but that's okay because I'm going to be adding salt to the granola anyway. And then I am also going to add a cup of pecan halves. Now, this recipe didn't call for me to chop them up, so I didn't. And this recipe, by the way, is going to be the base recipe for my granola. I'll likely customize it. I did customize it a little bit here as well. But anyway, adding a teaspoon of salt. So that helps to bring out all of the wonderful flavors. And then I'm going to add some cinnamon for some warm spice because we are in that time of year where we're enjoying things like cinnamon. I think the next time I make this, I may actually put in some pumpkin pie spice, but it depends on what berries I pair with it because, I guess they all go with the warm spices. But anywho, I am going to give this a stir. You got to stir all the dry ingredients first just to make sure that they're all mixed and ready to go for the wet ingredients. But I ended up changing out this bowl because I realized pretty quickly that I was not going to have enough surface area to do a really good mix. And I knew that I was going to have to spend a fair amount of time mixing this once I added the wet ingredients. So I changed out the bowl. And now that I have this in a bowl that is big enough for me to stir without spilling too much, I give it another good mix just to make sure that all of the dry ingredients are well mixed because I don't want like pockets of cinnamon or pockets of salt or, that kind of thing. So giving it a really nice healthy stir. Then onward to the wet ingredients. Here I am adding olive oil. This is flavorless. It is olive oil intended for cooking, so it doesn't have a lot of flavor. The recipe called for coconut oil, although you could substitute olive oil. I went for the olive oil just because I was being lazy and I did not feel like using coconut oil, although if I were to make this again, I would take the time to melt the coconut oil because it did not clump. It's actually rather loose because of that. Then I am adding the sweetener, which is some maple syrup. This is a vanilla bean infused maple syrup that I had in my fridge, and so I am adding a half cup of maple syrup. You can also use honey if you want to. I would maybe use honey next time because I like the sweetness of honey. Maple syrup is not quite as sweet, so that's just a preference for me, but it turned out fine either way. And then I am using vanilla bean paste. I ran out of vanilla, and so I had to use this. This is the only vanilla anything that I have in my pantry right now. So I add that. Then you give the granola a really, really good mix, like really, really good to make sure that everything is coated with the wet ingredients. So you have to be pretty diligent with the mixing here and just mix, and then mix some more. I forgot to mention that you want to prepare a sheet pan with some parchment paper beforehand, but once that's done, then you can put your granola onto the sheet pan. I use a silicone spoon here because this is a very sticky mix, and so things don't tend to stick to silicone as much. Easier to clean up, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, once the granola is on the parchment paper, then you can start spreading it out onto the sheet pan, and I'm forcing it into the edges just because, parchment paper can sometimes not fold. So you want to spread this and flatten it out as much as possible for cooking so that you can get an even cook on the granola. So you want to take your time and just pat it out and make it one even layer as much as you possibly can so that way it can bake off. And then, of course, you're going to bake your granola in a preheated oven at 350 degrees. I set it for 21 minutes. However, you do have to pull it out halfway through and you give it a really good stir. This ensures even cooking or baking of the granola. So just I used a spatula here. Yes, I switch out my utensils all the time. I wash the dishes, so you know. So anyway, you want to give your granola a good stir so that it cooks on both sides, or it cooks evenly, I should say. And I'm telling you, the house was smelling so good. Toasted oats and pecans. Then, of course, you want to flatten it out again. And that way it does another even cook on, the flipped side. And then, of course, you're going to pop it back in the oven for the remaining time. It's at this time that I start to prepare the dried fruits that I'm going to be adding. I wanted to add some dates and cranberries. You want to refrain from adding your dried fruit to the granola when it goes into the oven. I did that once and I could not eat the granola because the dried fruit got really, really hard, and it was a disaster. Plus it burned because of the sugars. And here's where I customized, because it called for cranberries, I think, and I decided to add the dates as well because the dates give you a really lovely sweetness. That's a natural sweet, and it just made for really great granola. But anyway, and by the way, you don't want to add the dried fruit until the granola has completely cooled down. So once you pull your granola out, you just set it to cool. Don't touch it, don't bother it. It will crisp as it cools, and it looks fabulous. It tastes delicious too. Hello, my dear friends. All right, so we did a grocery haul. We went to the groceries. I placed an order. Really, I asked for 3. They would only let me get 1. But I asked specifically for 3. 1 serrano pepper. So hopefully that's enough for our pico de gallo. I got Angie the Mondo anti-cardiologist sized cheese. All they had was sharp cheddar in the shredded.
That's fine. I don't eat it all in one day, y'all.
She eats a lot of cheese though. But it does last. So that's okay, but scary at the same time. Pre-made raw tortillas, because I have been missing my breakfast tacos. And I think we might be able to do breakfast tacos tomorrow. I got some baby bell peppers. This is supposed to be multicolored, and I got mostly yellow. Go figure. The real reason that we were going to the groceries is because I needed Parmesan for tonight's mac and cheese. So we got some Parmesan. I grabbed some parsley because I have been missing my garbanzo bean salad that I was making all the time, and I haven't had it, and I figured that's a good lunch so that I can get away from doing yogurt every day. Some buttermilk so that I can make Angie some chicken wings, because I marinate in buttermilk. Some cracked pepper sliced turkey for Angie's sandwiches. I need to make a bread, and I will. Some mint for said garbanzo bean salad. Mint.
Oh, some mint.
Yes.
Okay.
I did not realize this can was going to be this big.
That'll last me a little while.
Jalapenos for Angie's nachos, which, again, anti-cardiologist diet. 2 avocados, because they were 2 for $5. And I've been wanting to have tacos, so I got some avocados. And some cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, or these are actually grape tomatoes. And these are for said garbanzo bean salad. And that was it. $60 right there. So I'm going to put the groceries away. The granola is sitting here, and it is tempting me. It smells so good. I haven't mixed in the dried fruit yet. It's actually still in the cooling phase. But it's delicious. That on yogurt. So good. All right, off to put away the groceries. Yeah, I've changed into my pajamas. Forgive the of showing. This is a racerback. I don't have a racerback bra. So, anyway, there's that. I wanted to show you the granola. It's very good. What do you think, Ange?
Tasty.
Very delicious. Let me show you.
Nice and crumbly.
This is going to be fantastic on my yogurt. So I think we're going to be doing a Costco run next week. So be looking forward to that in next week's vlog. It is fabulous. So fabulous. I don't want to have dinner. I want to have yogurt, but I can't because I promised Angie mac and cheese.
Because you know that's heart friendly.
Yeah, right? So anyway, ooh, my hair. What's going on here? We are getting ready to do tea time. Now, as I mentioned, Angie's feeling a little, congested, sinusy. But she's making us some elderberry tea. I'm going to be drinking my tea while I make dinner. We're having mac and cheese, and I will bring you along for that. So, yeah, but I've got to package up this granola. I have a lot of it, so I'm going to be good on granola for quite some time. It's a good thing that we're going to Costco because I'm going to, so good.
Sorry, we just had a power outage like 3 minutes ago, and it caused some of our, I forget what kind of switches they are, but they're safety switches, and it caused them to basically go off. And it's like a mini breaker switch so that the actual breaker doesn't go out. Anyway, as Raleigh was saying, I've not been feeling very well today. I've honestly not been feeling well for the last 3 weeks. I feel like it's been 3 weeks.
I thought you felt better there for a bit.
About 2 days. No, what happened is, we've been having some health problems, just various things going on, and I think we're getting down to the nitty gritty of everything. One of the problems, apparently I had an infection, and so we got that cleared up, and now I'm working on other things regarding my my leg, because I screwed up my left leg when I fell off the ladder a few years ago, and I'm still working on getting that back and fixed. I was feeling good for about 2 days, decided to go outside in the fall weather and do some lawn work, and now I have sinus headaches.
Well, she had to rush out of the house yesterday because it was raining really hard, and she needed to make sure that the little creek that runs by our house wasn't flooding.
I'm glad I went out and did. I had to rake out all the leaves. There were a bunch of leaves and some pine needles that were clogging up the little creek, and I had to go clear all that out. So now I'm like congested. My head hurts. Welcome to my life.
We're going to do some elderberry tea. That will help.
We are, and that's to my point. Earlier this afternoon, I thought, oh well, maybe I'll have some black tea. One of the black teas that I have, because it's got caffeine in it and stuff. But now I'm like, no, I think I better take the elderberry just because I'm feeling so icky, and I don't have any Cambozola, my favorite cheese that has the penicillin type stuff in it. So yes, on the other side of things, I have been working in my studio. I've been doing a lot of admin stuff, getting ready for the holidays. So far, I haven't seen any email come through regarding a holiday event. So I'm gonna have to make up my own holiday event, y'all. I am going to be doing a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale kind of thing. But it's probably going to last about 2 weeks or until I run out of stuff. I'm still trying to figure out what the discounts are going to be regarding those sales. So that said, I've also been busy working on a particular project. It's an art piece, so it's taken me a while. And I'm hoping to get that in the kiln by Wednesday. I've got some holiday stuff on my website already. And I'm just going to say, if you want it, you probably should grab it. Everything I make is one of a kind. I repeat designs sometimes, but never the same color patterns. And of course, if there's a certain color design or colorway that you would prefer, just let me know, and I'll play around with that for sure. I hope you guys have been doing okay. I think it's been a couple of weeks since we've had tea time with Angie, and I'm sorry we keep having the same tea. But I do enjoy the conversation.
I still
And
need to get you a
yeah,
tea advent calendar.
she
I
hasn't
found
got me a
one.
tea advent
I
calendar
found
yet.
one. I just have to get it. So I
Yeah,
think I can do that now. So I'll place the order for it today.
yeah,
If Lotta Rock does an advent calendar, that would be perfect.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard, they have this store called Lotta Rock. That chocolate is amazing. It's one of those chocolates where, oh my gosh, I'm craving candy, right? So instead of going to grab like a Snickers bar, which you want to eat 3 of those, right, just to get the satisfaction that they claim to give you with just one of these little Lotta Rock chocolate bars, you can eat one of those and just be completely satisfied.
Yeah, it's
And
like about a 1.5 by 1.5 square.
yeah, and it's amazing the difference in the flavor because one, it's Swiss chocolate. So in my world, it's American chocolate, Belgian chocolate, and then you've got Lotte Rock. Lotte Rock is a Swiss chocolate, so Belgian chocolate is very clean compared to American chocolate, and Lotte Rock is just a step up from that.
I
It's
would
not quite as sweet, but it's also not bitter like a dark chocolate is.
I
It's
would say there's a lot in between American and Belgian because
oh yeah,
American chocolate is terrible.
it is. It really is.
I do like C's chocolate. I think
Yeah,
C's
but
chocolate is
C's
good.
is handcrafted. That's the
That's the difference.
difference.
But I mean, yeah.
And it's a local company. It's not something that's like made by Mars Company. There's also another handmade chocolatier, and they're Belgian or German chocolate, but I've never tried their chocolate. It's the one over in Issaquah.
Oh, um, Bohem's Bohem's chocolate.
Bohm's,
Yeah,
yeah,
I have. It's good.
yeah.
It's
So,
better than Fran's.
yeah, I don't like France.
Yeah, no, I mean Fran's is okay. I mean, it's not your grocery store candy bar. It's decent chocolate. I think it's overpriced for what it is. I would rather do Bohm's or C's.
Okay, but comparing France to Bohm's, again, I don't know about Bohm's because I've never had it, but comparing France to Bohm's and C's candies, which is cleaner to you?
C's. Although
Definitely.
Bohm's is a little bit more fancy.
Oh,
But I like C's chocolate. I like the way, well, I like their candies. I like the nuts and chews. I think they do really, really well with that.
yeah.
But
I
Lotta
like
Rock,
everything that C's makes. I really do.
yeah,
I can do the nuts and chews. I can do just the caramels. I love they have these
they do
little
bonbons,
little caramel
suckers.
lollipops
Yeah.
and yeah, they do all kinds of stuff, and I love everything that they do. Which is why we only get them once a year.
Yes, on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, once a
Yeah,
year.
because we could go to town on that easy. I could polish off, well, I could have. I think on the GLP-1 it's different, but
Yeah.
prior to GLP-1 I could have finished off a half pound in a sitting. It's time. It's way beyond time.
It is time. Okay.
And I found out that you can, as long as your tea is 170 degrees or less, adding the honey will, I mean, you won't kill the benefit of the honey.
Now, do I have a thermometer here that says it's 170 degrees? I do not.
I actually, the last time I made you elderberry tea, I put the meat thermometer in there. Clean, of course, but I put it in there to test the temperature, and it was nowhere near 170.
Oh,
So
okay.
by now, it's probably at 150.
Okay.
So you got to do the drizzle of the honey. Ooh, honey, I love honey.
I have to put a lot in this one because this is Raleigh's cup. She loves the
That's good. That's
honey.
good.
Whatever. You can be. You didn't
Yeah,
put
I know.
enough
I'm gonna
honey.
feel like this. That sounds tasty.
And then this one's mine, and I don't really care for that much honey, so.
Next week, guys, I'm going to be making ginger shots again. I like elderberry more than the turmeric tea. The turmeric tea is good, but I think I would want to do turmeric tea with hot milk, like a chai, because it reminds me of a chai latte. I mean, it reminds me of chai.
I just don't like chai. I've tried it.
I
It's
love
not
chai.
my favorite.
If it's made well, ooh, chai is so good.
Yeah, no say.
All right, kids.
Did you guys hear the clock? I love my clock. I tell you, I have dreamed about having a clock like this since I was like this big. I promise.
That meant you were a fetus.
Hey, Maybe it was a memory from a past life. I don't know. But I have always wanted a grandfather clock, and we found this one at the thrift store, and I
No,
absolutely love
vintage.
it.
Antique.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we found this one at the antique store.
It is vintage, though, because it's a 1982 clock
Yeah, we found that out.
when we got it. Yeah. I didn't bother to take a look at the top of it. It's very 80s. It looks like it belongs in Stranger Things.
Uh, well, the one in Stranger Things came from the 40s or something. The
Yeah,
30s,
because it's
40s.
got
yeah.
that stuff.
And
This
it's
one
got
looks
the
like
little things.
it reminds me of Betty White's hairstyle in the Golden Girls.
A little bit, yeah. Anyway, I call her Reggie. Her name is Regulus T. Fugit. T meaning tempest. Because, you know, time is regulated, Regulus. Tempest, time, Fugit, flies. So, yeah, I know. I'm weird. I name everything. You guys already know this.
Yes. We call her Regina or Reggie.
Reggie. Yeah, Reggie for short.
So let's go have a
yeah.
look at her since we didn't look at her before.
Yeah.
She's got Stitch up there, one of her Lego projects.
Yeah. Good old Stitch. There went the ice cream cone. But yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know why she sat him up there, but she did. And he's cute. He reminds me of my sister's Frenchie Daisy.
Okay, first of all, Daisy is just like Stitch, just crazy and wild. But if any of you guys know the character Stitch, you know that he belongs on top of the clock. So
This is the grandfather clock. You see what I mean by 80s design? It's got that shell and floral carving in it that's just so reminiscent of the 80s, not to mention the top that looks like, just reminds me of Betty White's Golden Girls hairstyle, which is, I think, just her general hairstyle. She wore it that way forever. It does the moon phases. It's got a beautiful face. We really, really love it.
the face is actually unique but it's got the month,
The days, the day of the week.
Yes, day of the week, and then of course there's the seconds hand. Usually it's just the seconds hand. So this face is unique. It was definitely not your regular order, so to speak, when you would order one of these. And the thing is, I just found out this is a Howard Miller clock. All of the clockwork engineering is actually German, and I forget the name of the company. The German company is still in business, but recently Howard Miller, based out of Michigan, went out of business. So it kind of breaks my heart because nobody's into grandfather clocks anymore. Everybody's got their clock on their iPhone or their Samsung or whatever device that they have these days. So nobody's into the grandfather clocks anymore. And I'm like, well, that's just a sad tradition lost.
I'm pretty sure that at some point somebody will bring it back. There will always be the diehards, you know, that are going to want a clock. And Howard Miller actually does really a lot of modern designs these days, or was doing a lot of modern designs. But yeah, I really like the lyre on... Lyre?
No, it's a pendulum.
Yes, but it's a lyre. Lyre?
A lyre is an instrument.
Yes, it has a lyre on the pendulum. That's a lyre.
I guess so. I don't know. It's the pendulum to me.
Yeah, but it's just the design on the pendulum is a lyre.
Yeah.
And it has a really pretty chime. We have it on Westminster. We don't like the other ones too much.
This one still has a serial number, and it actually has a couple of plaques in here talking about who the clock belonged to and why it belonged to them. And it was actually a wedding gift to a couple.
It was an anniversary gift. It was a 50th anniversary gift.
Yes, sorry, an anniversary gift. And it was for their 50th anniversary. So whoever, let's see here.
Rob?
Oh, Robert and Iris are, they're probably long gone by now, but happy 50th anniversary and then
Back
some.
in 1982.
Yeah, and then
So,
some.
That's how we know this is for sure an 80s clock. But I knew just from the cabinet design
Oh,
that
yeah.
this was circa the 80s.
And the shell design.
And I didn't
here,
see this at the antique store because I didn't want to look at the clock because I didn't want to fall in love with it like Angie had, so I kind of just like, oh, okay, and I didn't bother looking at it, and we forgot to go back and take a picture of it when and we decided to go ahead and purchase it.
Yeah. I had to put this thing on layaway, y'all. That's how much I wanted it. Seriously. It wasn't really that expensive. It just was more money than I had at the time. And I was just like, I've got to have. So really odd. I was standing there. We were looking at the different things in this person's booth. It's very tight. Only one person could get into the little aisle at one time. And the thing about it is, Raleigh's back in the corner. And
I'm just looking at whatever.
she's looking at stuff, picking things up, and all of a sudden I heard, dung, 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 or something, and I was like, hey, what'd you touch?
I was like, nothing. And I'm just all like, oh, that's so pretty. And she's all like, what'd you touch? And I was all like, nothing. It was a clock.
And I was like, well, where'd the sound come from? The thing is, I was standing right in front of the clock, and I didn't even see it until the chimes rang. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that's the clock I want. That's my clock. So, yeah.
The clock said, hey, I'm here.
I know, seriously, because I didn't even see it until it rang. It was crazy. But yeah, after we discovered each other, I was like, I have to have it. So, yeah.
Now, something to note about this clock is, I'm going to show you the bottom. Because that clock, this clock is Coco Bean's most favorite play companion.
It has a time vortex under there.
Yes, she's got this little green and black ball that she likes to play with that we got eons ago from a Kinder Egg. And she played with it when she was a kitten, lost it. I found it when I was rearranging all the furniture in our bedroom, and she's been obsessed with it ever since. Well, she likes to play with it and then puts it underneath the clock and then walks around looking at us like, where's my ball? And so there have been a few times when I've looked under there and easily found it. There have been a few times when Angie and I both looked under the clock several times and could not find it. And then we find it. Or she finds it. And I think that this clock has got some kind of a time vortex.
Something, because seriously, we're down there with flashlights looking under the clock looking for this little toy, and it's not there. And then we go back maybe 15 minutes later because Coco's meowing her head off because she wants her ball, right? And we look under there again just to make sure we didn't miss it, and there it is underneath the clock, tucked in the corner where we had previously looked before. So it's just really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm convinced it's got a vortex.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the clock.
It's okay. We still love you, Reggie.
All right, guys. I'm going to get to work on dinner and also drinking my tea. It's sitting over there steeping. I don't even think Angie had a chance to stir it.
I stirred it.
You stirred it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Then I'm going to have tea while I am making our dinner of mac and cheese.
I've been fighting a headache all day, guys. And I finally just got tired of it, and I was like, I'm just going to take it and leave. I don't like to take medicine. This is why I'm doing my best to not have to take medicine in future regarding my cholesterol levels. As we talk about eating mac and cheese. And
Dougie, looking over your shoulder.
Hi. Oh.
Always wants to be in the tea time.
Yeah. It's
Look at
okay.
that face. He's got the beautiful face. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we're going to have some mac and cheese tonight, but I tell you after that, yes, I have some chips and cheese for nachos, but nachos are a comfort food for me, so that's usually what I eat when I'm stressed out or, you know, just not feeling well, but I know I got to eat something. And even then, I have to be careful because I love the jalapenos, but the jalapenos hate me. After dinner tonight and whatever leftovers we have, which I don't know, are you planning on having a whole lot of leftovers?
Oh yeah, we always have at least a half a pan.
This will probably be my last dose of cheese bath that I get for a while.
You want to be part of tea time, Papa?
Here, you want some tea? Doug? What do you think? It passes? Okay.
He's just so adorable.
Yeah, he's a cutie, but yeah, he's been a bully lately. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I do, like I said, I love the conversation. I love just talking about our daily life, which I don't know, I think is kind of boring sometimes, but I don't know. It's always kind of fun to get a peek into somebody else's life, I guess.
Yeah.
But we always appreciate you guys. We appreciate your viewing, the following, the liking, the sharing, all of it. I know it sounds really kind of dumb, but all of those things go toward helping us thrive in the endeavors that we have chosen. I love doing art. I can't do my art without you guys and the people who follow me and subscribe and purchase my art. So thank you very much. Raleigh can't do what she does either without the support of you guys. So thank you very much.
Covering dog.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot he's the star of the show. So thank you very much for doing all those things, and I don't know, we are truly grateful. Thank you.
All right, guys, voiceover again because Angie's playing her video games, and I'm going to be quick because this vlog is already almost an hour and a half long. Cheeses. I am using Beecher's Flagship, sharp cheddar, and some Parmesan. I'm wrapping up the leftover cheeses for the fridge, but the recipe is online, and I will be sure to have that linked. Essentially, what I do is I'm cooking the pasta. And as the pasta is cooking, I am starting my bechamel by using some butter and some flour. I think I got the flour measurement wrong. This is a recipe from the UK, so they do metric, and I am not a metrics gal. I am an imperial measurement kind of gal, so I struggle with this recipe. But anyhow, my roux was weird, but that's okay, because I went ahead and added the milk after I messed with the roux for long enough, and I was able to get rid of most of the lumps in the bechamel. I added the mustard, the salt and pepper, and then I added half of the cheese, and I added the pasta to that and gave it a good stir, and then topped it with more cheese and with some panko breadcrumbs because I like a little bit of crunch in my mac and cheese. Overall, it turned out wonderfully. Even though I messed up the roux, it was still very, very delicious. So I'm going very quickly here because I do want to wrap up this vlog. That being said, I do appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And I promise I will not let so much time pass between vlogs. Vlogmas is coming, by the way, and I am preparing for that as well. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I and Angie will talk with you again next week. Bye.